Look, I'm going to keep this video extremely short and sweet, just like me. Today we've got an interesting topic to talk about because we actually got some Spider-Man 4, MCU Spider-Man 4, not to be mixed with the GOAT, Tobey Maguire's potential Spider-Man 4. I'm getting off topic here. MCU Spider-Man 4, we actually finally got an update on, which we just haven't had in so bloody long. I think the last update we got was about 6 months ago, probably a lot earlier than that. But it was a report saying that Zendaya's MJ would be in it. Again, if you haven't seen that video, I do highly recommend you guys going and finding it on my channel, because I did express my dislike for that. I think it kind of ruined the Spider-Man No Way Home plot of just, again, Peter realizing that these people are better off without him in their life, because he puts Zendaya and that in danger. And I think it would very much ruin the end of that movie if they went back and Peter was just automatically in love with Zendaya's MJ again. But look, we got another update on this. It is being said that Spider-Man 4 will reportedly begin filming in late 2024. According to comic book insider CWGST, Marvel Studios wants to begin filming Spider-Man 4 in late 2024. Writers Chris McKenna and Eric Summers finalized the script draft prior to the SAG-AFTRA strike. Tom Holland and Zendaya are both set to return for this fourth film. Again, there's a lot of interesting stuff about this. As I said, do not want Zendaya in this movie. I mean, if she's in it, maybe a short little cameo or something, or I don't know, but we got to think about it. She's supposed to be in Boston right now, chilling in MIT, probably getting frisky with Jabba the Hutt. I mean, Ned Leeds. And if any of you want to talk shit saying I cannot make that comment, that is mean to fat people, brother. Look at the state of me. I've got fucking Brandy Love Double D titties right here. Like, it doesn't make any sense for Zendaya to have a role that is more than 1 minute long. I just don't rate it. I think that yes, this movie does need a love interest, but there are love interests out there. Issue is, MJ is really the only one I think they can probably do. Yes, they can do Gwen Stacy, but let's be honest here, Sony really want to stick it to Marvel at the moment, and always have wanted to, and they've got Gwen Stacy with Miles Morales as the love interest in the Spider-Verse movies, so they're probably going to really want Gwen Stacy to be detached from the MCU and for their own universe that they've got going on. So you can do probably redhead MJ, but again, she is so distinctive to the video games at the moment as Yuri Lowenthal's Peter's girlfriend, and that. It just, you do wonder, what love interest could it be? And I think the extremely obvious one to me is Black Cat. I think Black Cat is so perfect for the Spider-Man 4 movie. Again, I made a video a little bit ago talking about how I would personally make the MCU Spider-Man 4. A ton of you guys have checked it out and said you loved it. Again, here's a clip from it. As not only would she be kind of trying to, I think she'd be of course working for Kingpin, but also not at the same time. He would hire her to go and of course, I think, stop Spider-Man from doing everything that he's doing. But in fact, it's actually being led that Black Cat is actually working for him for her own purposes. And again, I think it will show very quick that she doesn't really have any care to really stop Spider-Man. She just kind of wants to play with him, which is what her nature is, of course, in the comics and in the Spider-Man video game. And I think we'll really see a romantic chemistry kind of build up with this. I think that she will eventually approach Peter, cause him some trouble by, I think, robbing some stores and doing all that stuff for Kingpin, and then Spider-Man, of course, has to try and stop her, and then I think she will, again, make it a very difficult process for Peter, where she will not only evade him, but actually flirt with him, and I think definitely get the attention of Peter Parker. But as Peter spends more and more time with Black Cat,
he starts to forget about all his Peter Parker problems and just in his mind is really focusing on being Spider-Man, because that's what eventually makes him happy. He doesn't have to think about, being a delivery driver and all of this type of stuff while he is Spider-Man, and that's why he likes to do it. And this Black Cat is a distraction, not only romantically for him, but something that actually gets him more social, which he hasn't really had the opportunity to do.
So of course, to summarize it up, in the video, I do say that how Black Cat, of course, goes about her whole entire character arc in the comics and in the Spider-Man games is essentially Black Cat is a character who does not care about Peter Parker. She is in love with Spider-Man. She does not care about Peter, his personality, really, at all. She is just so in love with Spider-Man and focused on him, and that's the only thing she cares about, right? With how Peter Parker is set up in this MCU Spider-Man 4 movie, you got to keep in mind he's lost Ned Reeves, I nearly said, the footy player. He's not lost Ned Leaves, aka Leeds, aka Jabba the Hutt. He's lost Zendaya, which would make any man cry. She's, if I lost Zendaya, I'd probably jump off the Balti Bridge. He's lost Happy Hogan, his father figure. He's lost Robert Downey Jr., another father figure. He's lost Aunt May, his literal, mum, really. He's lost absolutely everything. The guy is extremely sad. You can tell at the end of Spider-Man 3 No Way Home. He's extremely sad. He's got absolutely nothing. And I think they can really build on that in this Spider-Man 4 movie. I think we can have one of the most mentally hurt Peters we've ever seen. And what's good about this is maybe Peter always wants to be Spider-Man because it's a complete distraction from the lonely life that he lives as Peter. And again, Black Cat would completely feed into that. Imagine Peter, a guy who just wants to be Spider-Man all the time because he doesn't want to live his Peter Parker life, meets a girl who doesn't care about Peter Parker, and the only thing she wants is Spider-Man, right? That would completely feed into it, and I think it would be a really brilliant idea. As far as this movie is going to be, I just realized this video is no longer short and sweet, whatever. As far as this, I think movie being filmed at the end of 2024, I think that's actually a really good idea. Considering that that the Avengers Kang Dynasty movie is supposed to be end of 2026, right? And it'll probably get delayed to early 2027. Let's be real here. I think it'll get delayed to early 2027 if it hasn't already. And Secret Wars will be early 2028. I think this makes a whole lot of sense to have this Spider-Man 4 movie before it. Again, people have lost a lot of faith in the MCU. It really hasn't cranked out a good product in quite a while. But the realistic thing is we are getting a Deadpool 3 movie sometime in 2024. Probably the end of it. We know it's been delayed. So probably the end of 2024, which I think will get people back into the MCU, especially considering it sounds really good. Fantastic Four will probably come out around 2015. A couple other projects have been rumored for 2015 that should be really good as well. Then I think early 2026, we could get, probably around in April, probably get the Spider-Man 4 movie. And I think this will absolutely bring back hype for the MCU. And then probably at the end of it, it'll be maybe an end credit scene or end of the movie. He'll probably get the symbiote suit, and that will lead into both of the Avengers movies, where we know in the Secret Wars comics, he does wear the symbiote suit. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think considering we've seen so much of the symbiote suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2, previously Spider-Man 3, a couple other things here and there, do they really want to force feed another symbiote story straight away? Probably not. And they can do it in a smaller scale story, in an extremely big story in the Avengers Secret Wars movie and Kang Dynasty. And then, of course, it can maybe lead on to the MCU Spider-Man 5, which might come out in 2029 or something like that, right? Makes a whole lot of sense to me. I think filming at the end of 2024 really fits into how I think the MCU is going to be set up. And it'll release right before one of the Avengers movies, Avengers Kang Dynasty. And I think that will dead set bring in quite a fair bit of hype again. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Do you guys think this movie is going to be really good, or do you guys think it's going to be bad? Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to my following channel, my sports channel. All of them will be getting linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.